Nice. All right, so you need out 222, 223, and 224. Although the only one of those getting turned in is 222.
Wait, what?
The only one of these three. So look here on the right side of. You are turning in 4 papers.
Oh.
Read these directions. You are going to put your oldest paper on top, which is 2.1.1. Gabe, I have yours. If you tried to turn this in ahead of time. So the oldest paper goes on top. The oldest paper goes on top, but you're only turning in homeworks that are done, and you're not turning in anything yet. This is just so you know what's up as we're getting going.
Can I borrow the loaner? What are these?
Yes.
So they're right here.
So, also right here, I don't know if you can read on the board. This was my thought to show. This is here. I'll even write right here. It's in my middle drawer. If you just want to grab it, miss. That middle desk drawer.
Got one?
Gravity works. Yep. So you are gonna turn in 2.1.1. That goes on top. 2.1.2 goes under that one. Ivan, you doing this? Getting there? 2.2.1. We checked yesterday, and we still need to check 2.2.2. We still need to give ourselves a 0, 1, or 2. So we also need our practice goals form out. This will be like an always. I know, my class is annoying. We have to get out a million things. So I'm grading. Did you put the effort into solving the problems? If you decided to leave the problems not correct, that in my mind is not a good decision because these are essentially your reference pages. But that's up to you. Now, if what appears, if what you're trying to pass off as good effort is really just a bunch of wrong answers slopped down, we may end up needing to go back and do something. Does that make sense? I know you're not going to do that. We're just checking homework. Did you do your homework? Margo, your jacket thing is sweet. I love that. All right. So 222, like the habit that had. I don't know why that makes me laugh, but we're going dancing. 222. You are giving yourself a 0, 1, or a 2. Ha, ha, ha. Hopefully you get a 2 on your 222. Ooh.
That's a lot of twos.
Do you have 2222 like TOO, or like also?
Oh.
All right, so I should be able to see your number as I come around, either on your goals sheet or on the top right of your homework. Yeah, I can see it on your homework too.
How do we get the percentage again?
Add up. We can do that again together here in just a moment. Yes, now come back if you need a moment to find it. So where is your 222?
Yeah.
You need it out checking, right? So go and like hold up, because that's going to get turned in too, right? 2 is the highest. If you did what you were supposed to do and you put all the effort in and you tried. No, you don't, because we do classwork together. You don't have to do it. If we do it together, it'll get done. Nice. So guys, remember, examples from class we do together, or you don't have to do them. Oh, sweet. What'd you give yourself? Sweet. Thank you, Gabe. I appreciate that you realized I didn't know. Like, I was confused. Your 222 went missing. Do you need another copy of that? Oh, okay, sweet. So a 0 then for today, just because we didn't keep track of it, which is okay. Remember, it's just we'll try to do better next week.
Again.
King Lily. You know, like years from now, we'll run into each other.
That's kind of rude of you.
Work on it right now then. Right? Like you can get some work done right now. Guys, remember, if this isn't done, you can work on it right now. Where is just pull out your binder. Pull out
Never keep any of my emails. I literally just delete. I know it's so annoying. They keep sending me emails. I try to cancel. It's like 20 though.
Any question? Guys, you could also be getting into the Desmos. I love those of you that are kind of multitasking. Funny thing about that, right? So it looks like we're pretty consistent with that. So just a little bit more effort, and we can probably get over that hump and be getting twos next week.
Oh my god.
Maddie still not here. Destiny, did you find your 2 2 2? So probably a 0. Yeah, we forgot about it.
I'm still good at patterns.
Guys, you are only turning in assignments that are done. If you need to finish them, you should do that today, tomorrow, Sunday, Monday morning. Like, do not turn in assignments that will not be like a check or a mastery. I still haven't decided if this is going to go in as a practice grade or a mastery grade. Because like a week worth of homework is a lot of work. So I might just put it in as mastery so that your quarter 2 grade goes ahead and shows as a mastery, as opposed to just being empty until we take our next test, right? Because as you guys probably saw in MAP, when you first logged into MAP, all of your class grades were empty until we took mastery tests. All right, so any questions on this? And you couldn't see the bottom couple there, so go ahead and check those. Any questions on that? Otherwise, we can all double check that we have our goal form done, and then we can staple and turn in. No luck, Ivan?
Oh, like right now?
In a second. So I just want to make sure that we do it correctly. Because, guys, following directions is something we got to get better at. Ivan is missing his black math binder. ... Be on the lookout! Exclamation point.
Can you say the order?
I ... a lot in my messages. Because that ... shows that I'm annoyed that we can't keep track of a binder. So, 211 goes on top. If that's not done, it's over a week old. Like, come on, guys. If you've had an assignment for over a week and it's not done, like, you gotta take care of this.
Did you say we staple them?
So 211, then 212, 221, 222, in that order. Staple. I have a stapler here. There are staplers at the resource center, and then turn in at the bin. So all 4 stapled together. Just those 4. You look comfortable.
Very. I have spandex under here for when I get hot, so multitasking.
Well, it's only going to be 60 today. Hey, Margot, what'd you give yourself on 222? Okay, just checking. You were out of the room, so I just needed to. Margot, is that vest like new or is that like vintage? Well, like, was it like one of your parents or is it like you bought it somewhere? Okay. Because it looks like something that could be like older. All right. Before we dive into the Desmos, hey, thanks. You're fine as long as you can come back, right? Like as long as we can come back. So in your 223 from yesterday, right? Pull out your 223 from yesterday. I gotta see if I can find mine. Are we gonna need 224? You will. Well, probably, but we might run out of time. So, yes, keep it out, but if we don't use it, don't call me a liar. So, some of us keep getting stressed out about, like, we didn't get the classwork done. Again, if we don't do it together, it is not your responsibility. Right? So, 223, Alex, did you accidentally turn this in or something?
Yes, I did. Oh, wait,
Only 4. Only 4 homeworks. Only 4. 223 should still be in your possession, which is also why I figured we should do this together. We have not checked 223. it is not due yet. It should be done by Monday, but you know that, like, then next week you'll just have until Friday again. But if you want a 2 on Monday, get this done over the weekend.
Mine's already done.
You all right, miss?
I'm just looking for mine.
Okay.
Yeah. You're just like here at the top.
I was going to wait for you for a second. But so go ahead and with your partner. Remember yesterday, what did we talk about with, like, positive and negative numbers? I don't know if it's an analogy or a metaphor. Like, I'm not as good at language arts as you guys probably are. But, like, I gave you this, like, when you think of positives and negatives, I don't know if you've ever heard of this little movie franchise, Marvel.
What? What's that?
It's not many people know about it. But, like, good guys and bad guys, right? Good guys and bad guys. So, now, guys or gals, right? We can have sheroes, right? The super, like, women. I don't know if that's a real term. My friends that have a podcast call them heroes and sheroes, like she heroes. What? I don't know. A meanie. A lot of people have podcasts these days. Like Phoenix had a podcast last year. Like seriously, we had a podcasting club and like they made a podcast. Mr. Smith was in charge of that. If you guys are interested, but go ahead and try these problems with your partner. What you want to ask each other is: are these numbers going to team up? Or are they going to fight each other? And you can use a calculator, but I want you to think first and talk through first. Are we teaming up or are we fighting against each other? Take a couple minutes. So where could you find another pencil, Ivan? Where could you find a pencil in my room?
Our desk was
Wait.
Wait, but that is
I'm going to get some sharp
none of my partners are on the room. Where is my 223? I can find it. Oh my god, I have right over there. I still have 223. Come on, I know. I found it. 223. I found it. I know, but I keep on forgetting. Because I still have the pattern. Stupid pattern questions out. I know. For Eli. No, it's not due today. I know, but Monday. Monday. I'm gonna go return it. I don't need this. Yeah, I don't understand.
So, Raphael, you already did those problems, so you decided, like, you're just... Because remember, all of this is examples from class. This is not your homework. This is stuff we do together. This is your practice work. Everything you do. So, especially if you wait for homework to load, you can do a couple of I do. Come on up to my desk. And, hey, because I know some of you are working on your homework right now. When you get down to 62, and yeah, I know, you can see what I have sketched. You do not need to make sketches for C and D. You are very welcome. So on 62, you do not need to sketch for C and D. Just make a little sketch for A and B. You can see what I did here. Your sketch could look different. Make a little sketch just for A and B. C and D do not need sketches because it's kind of difficult to sketch out like what absolute value does. So I should have changed these directions. But yeah, that's one where I blame CPM. I copied their directions and I should have changed them. Alex?
What if we already finished?
That's fine. If you already figured out a way to sketch it or whatever, like, I just want to let you guys know it was not required. All right, so real quick, random cards to answer these problems, and then we'll probably just dive into Desmos. Hey guys, 224 is probably going to end up actually being Monday's lesson. So when it's due, will probably be Wednesday, because we're going to run out of time in 15 minutes, right? Like, Friday classes are just really short. So, in 60A, we want to first say, do we fight or get along? So, June, what do you think? Negative 100, positive 50. Fight or get along? So, will these join up and go the same direction, or are these values kind of going different directions? They're going to... You know it. You almost said it. Yeah, they're gonna fight because they're different. They're opposing. One is a negative. One, we got bad guy 100, good guy 50. Hit what? So who wins is the negative, right? The negative is stronger. And then by how much? 100 minus 50 to figure out how much bigger he is. Negative 50, which you don't have to put in parentheses, but it's a little nicer if we do. Now, Destiny, what do you think about B? Are they going to join up or fight against each other?
They're going to join up.
Yeah, because they're both negative. So, guys, go ahead and in your answer space, put a negative. Like, so that you don't forget to put the negative. You could even, like, open a parentheses. Then, 30 plus 60, 90. And I mean, I can rewrite this if I need to, but I'm going to just do the whole part and then the portion part. Can I add 5/8 and 1/4? Ivan. What do we do first? So 1/4 becomes 2/8, really. What's 5/8 plus 2/8? 7/8, and it is all negative because they joined up to be bad guys. In C, Addie, what do you think? Are we going to fight against each other? Join up. Ooh, join up and make bigger bad guy, right? So negative, this one we might want to use a calculator, especially because I think 0.59 and 0.63 are going to make more than 1. So guys, here's the thing. I'm trying to make your life easier. I know, like, that's hard to believe, but I'm trying to make your life easier, and I'm telling you, use a calculator when you need it. But guys, if we already know a negative with another negative makes a bigger negative, Addie, you with me? Because if you're doing Desmos, you don't need to be doing it yet. I think this is one of those moments where you're going to miss my teaching, and then you'll be upset about it. A negative with another negative, we know is a negative. So when I go to my calculator, I don't need to think about the negative. I already thought about it. So now I'm just going to join forces by saying, okay, the 25.63 and the 30.59, but what am I going to do with my number when I put it on my paper? Make it negative, because I know it's negative. I already determined that. I already wrote it down. So 56.22. But it's negative because it's a bad guy. Big bad transformer. And Raphael, what do you think about D? Oh, there's more than two like guys there. What would we do first in D? Yeah, so we could have these guys fight like over in a corner, and then these guys could fight over in a corner. Yeah, and then add the results. Or, hey, that's 100% valid, right? What you said totally could work. My suggestion, just as the numbers get tougher, Margot, we can also make teams, right? If you want to make teams, we can make good guy teams and bad guy teams. So my bad guy team is going to have negative 59, and my good guy team, 160 plus 75, 200 what, Destiny? Thank you. Who's going to win, good guy or bad guy? Good guy. Guys, this is why we're talking about, like, fights. And no, we don't want people fighting. But, like, they're going to fight, and when we ask what's our final answer, what we're really saying is what's the difference? So what we do is take the one you know is going to win and take away the one they fought against, and then your answer we already know is going to be positive. So what's 235 minus 59? 176. So the good guy wins by 176. Any questions? All right. right, so for the next 10 minutes, you can dive into the Desmos activity that is like mouse versus elephant. I forget what the actual title is, but I think it's mouse versus elephant. And we'll probably pick this back up next week, but what we're looking at is scaling our graph axes. Right, what we're looking at is scaling our graph axes. See, I like all of you that are clipping your papers in right now to make sure we don't lose track of them.
Bye-bye. No, the mouse is bye-bye. No.
Make sure our binders are
It goes bye-bye mouse, and then it gets popped on. No, but the mouse is faster. I know. Wait, I didn't look
this
anymore.
actually needs turned in. It's not done, so we can get it done over the weekend. But so how do we want to organize the binders so we know what we want to do over the weekend? It looks like 221 still needs some work.
I should share with you guys.
Yeah, what order? You want 221 on top and then put it behind it? So wait, we have 2 copies of 221. So you want to make sure that we're not doing extra work. So you should probably do. Whoa! Don't rip it.
Her what? Her harness holder?
But I need this for somebody else, Rob.
I thought it was like the little.
So wait, 122 is done. We can file this away. So Rafa, we're gonna clean out your binder right now because the Desmos is less important.
No, it's your next week.
So let's find where your folder is back in the drawer.
7. No, it's due on the 17th though. No, it's on the 7th. No, it's too bad. Then it'd be
Find where your
on the
folder
17th.
is.
It's due
Wait,
on.
right in that drawer.
No.
At bottom
Yeah,
left,
it's
you
due
post-it.
for
We need folders in this.
No, it's due
You
for
should have one
coming in.
of
Coming in
these on
7.
a post-it.
7 more days. Wait, but I'm so confused.
Today's the 7th. Next week will be the 14th.
And then
Yeah. Like, it'd be like a week and a half.
Yeah, we got 2, 2, 1. Come down. Is that one? Oh no, it's right here. Need help? Okay, so just these 2. I got it. 2. I don't want your help. It's. I don't know. I'm hiding. Is that how you open it?
What were those the directions that I had given?
Different
So I
way.
noticed how you put
I'll
them
just give you
on
that one you don't
folder,
have.
now we're not
And then
gonna
these 2 and then the 2 and 3. Right? So put those in the front first.
Rafael, the directions were to put it on a post-it. Are you sure you didn't do that?
You know that time you took it home? It was an accident because you left.
The axe of math.
I kept it in my
This might be one of those moments where if you didn't follow the directions then, it's
And
going to
it
take you
worked.
some extra time now.
And I gave it back to her because I was that nice. Okay, let me help you. No. I'm good at miss.
Yeah.
Why is it that the internet always knows your actual name?
Oh, well, I don't have this anonymized right now.
I just feel like it's creepy.
So you should.
Because I'm getting one like this, except it's not like this.
Because I told your class to put these up front.
It hurts when
Please.
my
Miss Christian. You could honestly just work on homework too, because they're so little. So this doesn't have.
What's the greatest value on the y-axis? I don't know. Tiger says. Yeah, exactly. What's the greatest value? We don't do that.
So I think maybe we should just make.
Right now.
The only other option
Okay.
is you stay in the wrong. This row
Go,
wasn't
go.
your guys'.
How? What do you mean go what?
You're also Actually, June has the same one. She does?
So we can make one. Do we
What?
do that?
You have the same one as me. I just keep it at home because it got real dirty.
I don't see that.
Ask somebody else. I'm straight from your husband.
I've never gotten any from you this
I'll give some to Destiny because Destiny didn't have to do that. Can I just have a little bit? I only have a little bit. Just the Here. No, stop being green.
So just your first name and last name. Very good. Write it again.
That's not on it. I brought like literally so many snacks. I have like chips. I have like ice
Did you do like this?
for ice cream for the party. Oh, Miss. I'll save this some snacks and I'll give you. Because guess what? My mom values like cute little like bags to put whatever snacks you want inside.
We expect better than that.
This is good flowers on you. I saw this. Dude, I swear I saw you go like this.
Alright, so only graded things are going through, right? So then we're gonna put this so it's not sticking super high up, but high enough. I'm gonna throw some tape on it to make sure it doesn't come off.
You know what? Fine. I'm a nice friend. You get this much. I'm a nice friend. You get this much.
Alright, Raphael, come here. So you remember next time?
You're so nice. Like, when I get
Yours, so you decided there you could hide it like all the way in the back.
I'm gonna try to find all the videos. Okay, I found a hard line.
So now that everything's done and graded, we can play it next. So you got a plan for the weekend? You can talk a little bit?
So like, look at the animals. They're rare. And I found this one.
You're what? After we eat, we're gonna come back in and have a workroom and stuff. I'm not quite sure which rooms are gonna be which, but yeah, that's absolutely.
It's Miss Pettigrew's room.
Well, they have sunlight too.
I have a question.
Yeah.
I don't understand. I don't understand question 5.
Good. That's the point.
Oh.
So this Desmos is related to what we'll be learning next week. So you might not be good at this yet, and that's fine. So let me pull it up and we can look at what we've gotten through, but I bet you're farther than I am right now. So if we, what do we think? Let's go hands up for my answers. Like, who said elephant is faster? Who said mouse is faster? Yeah, I'm not quite sure, but looks like more of you said mouse. Horse or raccoon? Hands up for horse. Horse. Oh, okay, horse. Dolphin, hedgehog. Dolphin. Yeah. So, do we think the larger animal is usually faster than the smaller one?
I don't know.
I don't know.
In some cases it is, in some cases it isn't.
So let's, instead of us all just shouting out the answers that we put, let's look at the answers that people put. So if you didn't type an answer in, too bad, so sad, it's not going to be here. Well, I'm going to anonymize it, so no worries. So, since the larger animal has more height, it has longer legs, making it run faster. That's true about like me compared to my wife. I definitely like walk faster and everything. Because they can take bigger steps. Ooh, like same thing.
Do Katherine Johnson, it's mine.
Ooh, but wait a minute. If you were a huge, slow animal that was racing a small, fast animal.
Oh wait, that's mine. I haven't even submitted it yet.
You're still typing it. I know it shows as you're typing.
Oh, do Katherine Johnson.
Well, that's why okay, well, June has told us that she is Katherine Johnson. If a big animal has more mass and a smaller animal has less, that means the smaller animal is light-weighted and runs faster, and the bigger animal is slow because it's heavy.
Wait, no, that's not mine.
Ooh, horses are fast, but cheetahs are smaller and the fastest land animal. Dropping some knowledge bombs there. I don't know who that was, but that's great. because large animals tend to have more weight, which makes it harder to run. So guys, we've got answers on both sides of like which is faster, bigger, smaller. So what could help us, is to graph some data. But this graph seems broken. Seems like Curie is doing something a little goofy because all her points are stacked up right here. So next week, we'll come back into this Desmos. It might not be till like Wednesday or Thursday, but we'll come back into this Desmos. We'll finish it up. We'll talk about how to fix Curie's graph. Okay? With that, though, you have 224, even though it is probably Monday's homework. Guys, get caught up over the weekend. I'm not just like telling you this, like it's what I got to do too, right? I got to grade, I got to do work. Use your weekend. Get caught up. It really does, right? Like, and there are like super fast humans and very slow humans. Like even the same species, speed might not be consistent.